What's up, everybody, man? You guys know who I be. It's your boy Pooh, CYGG, man. I'm back with another gaming video, and today I'm about to be talking about the positives of the final build of Madden 19. Now, yesterday you guys see me drop a video talking about the negatives, and those mostly came from the negative comments that I was getting on my compiled clips videos. But those were the negative comments I actually agree with. So, I mean, if you don't agree, oh well. If you do agree, oh well. Today, I'm going to be actually talking about the positives today, man. And I'm going to be giving you guys, because I actually played the beta, but once again, I can't talk about the beta. But the good things about it is that the guys who made these clips that I compiled these clips from, they actually talked about the same things in these videos that I can actually agree with them on without actually, you know, putting myself in trouble. And that's what I actually like about this, because these guys talk in the clips, but I just mute them. But with that being said, let's jump into the positives. Now at number one, we have man coverage. Now, the reason why I love man coverage so much, and as you guys can see in Eric Rayweather video, he talks about it, and it was another specific YouTuber that touched on this as well. But basically, man coverage is way better this year. Now, I'm pretty sure if you guys have ever watched the top 100, you guys have heard this before.
Have to go with Xavier Rose. He's been locking down his side of the field the whole entire season.
Like boredom, Peterson shut down whole sides of the field, and as a result, didn't see many throws.
Now, basically, when a player says this about an elite corner, you're going to actually see this in Madden 19. Now, this actually takes place in Madden 19. So players with high man coverage, high press, and stuff like that, you actually leave these guys on the side of the field in man coverage, they are going to lock up a receiver. Now, it all depends on who that receiver is. Don't expect Jalen Ramsey to shut out Antonio Brown or Julio Jones, of course. But if you just think having a wide receiver like a John Ross with just speed alone going against somebody with man coverage, no, that is not going to work this year. Just because you have elite speed, if you don't have the elite release ability or elite route running ability to match your speed, that will not make you that effective this year. Now, that is one thing I like that draws two things into one, and it brings in players' speed. Now, just because you have a super fast player doesn't mean that super fast player is going to be making plays all over the field without the other attributes to complement him as well. And that's what I love so much so far about Madden 19 and hearing guys talk about it. Now, in my last video, I actually said something about the players' animations looking slow. Now, that is true. Player speed and the way the players look running at that speed are two different things. Now, before somebody's been like, oh, last video you said the players look slow and now you're saying it's okay. No, player speed and how they utilize that speed compared with other attributes and how they look running are two different things. Now, like I said, this year, man, just because you got elite speed means nothing. Number two would actually be zone coverage, man. Zone coverage has actually gotten better this year. And as I looked at, if I'm correct, I think it was Madden Daily's video. Madden Daily talked about this, and one of the new coverages that he talked about was cover 4. Now, for you guys who remember the exact coverage, because I'm not looking at the play right now, but the offensive play where you run trips to the left and most of the players just do the play action, they just run across the field and somebody ends up being open. Basically, a coverage like cover 4 palms, that's supposed to be the new name of a cover 4 coverage this year. Basically, in this coverage, the players, whoever runs into that zone, they attach to them. So cover 3 match won't be the only coverage that really, like, once a player enters that zone, they start to attach to them. Cover 4 palms will also be that coverage this year. So the reason why I like this so much is because they're actually giving players a reason to, once they see an offensive player run into their space, they don't just sit there and let them carry out through their zone. They follow them once they enter that zone. And I really like that so much. And I feel like you will actually have to be smarter with your play calls this year when going up against the defense. Number 3, man, number 3 would be the halftime show, man. The halftime show is so incredible. As you guys know, I call myself a CFM player, man. I'm more CFM than MUT. I don't really too much care about MUT that much. I play draft champions, you know, a lot more, but I'm more of a CFM player, and knowing that you have this feature within the game in CFM mode, man, it creates for a lot more, man. Like, it keeps you invested. it gives you a reason to want to go, know what's going on around the league. And that was one of my biggest pet peeves, that within CFM mode, you'll just be playing the game going week to week, not knowing what's going on around the league unless you go look for yourself. Now, once halftime show comes up, you get to follow what's going on around the league, and I love that so much. And if I'm correct, it may be an in-game show, but I'm mostly going off halftime because that's what I've been seeing. Number 4. Now, I'm about to get real with y'all on this one, man, because number 4 is actually something I like, but I've been hearing people talk about that kind of pissed me off in a way. And number 4 is the draft classes. I actually like the import in the draft classes, man. I love that you have, full customizability over whoever you want to get, man. I love that. Now, some of the people have been talking about like, oh, I don't like the draft classes because basically you get to edit throughout the season what player you want to draft. You get to edit that pick that you want, and you get to make whatever pick you want better. You know what? Basically, if you do that, you're ruining the game for yourself. Now, just because you have the access to do that and you ruin it for yourself doesn't make this feature terrible. That just makes you a terrible CFM player. Don't get mad at them for giving you the access to it when you overdo it. That's your fault. Now, that's a complaint I don't like people putting on Madden. That's a complaint you got to put on yourself. That's more of a self-control thing. I like the draft class on being able to edit your draft picks and stuff like that. I like that a lot, being able to edit their weight and size and everything. But it's also up to you to not, take full advantage of it and go crazy with it to make the game, good for yourself. You just can't be sitting right here making 99 overall 7-round picks and then get mad at Madden and be like, oh, this is unrealistic. No, you as the player are unrealistic. Now, those are my positives about Madden 19, man, how I feel about the game actually coming into play. Like I said, man, I like the fact that, man coverage is actually better for the cornerbacks. You can't expect to put a Marcus Goodwin or John Ross or whoever has Tyreek Hill. All you can't expect is just put these super elite speed guys on a cornerback and expect them to just gash them for 300, 400 yards every game. No, these cornerbacks are actually going to play some good coverage on you. Not saying that the man coverage is OP, but it is legit and it is realistic, and that's what I like so much, man. Let me know what else, what other positive have you guys picked up from the final build of Madden 19 and other YouTubers and other content creators that you have been seeing talk about the game. Until next time, it's your boy Pooh, CYGG, and I'm out.